Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duckbricks. I'm Chris, and back in September, I got a chance to visit LEGO headquarters in Billund, Denmark, and see some brand new LEGO 2025 sets. And during one of those presentations, that's right, we got to see some brand new LEGO Ninjago sets that are coming out next year. Obviously, a lot of these I can't even showcase until much later in the year, but we did get to see a couple of January Ninjago sets, and so join me for a hands-on look at some of these brand new sets, and let's take a look at the wave as a whole. And stay tuned because reviews of these sets are going to be coming out very soon. Let's go. Okay, well, thank you so much for doing this. It's good to see you again. Are these Ninjago January sets?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'd love to hear more about them.
So this is Lee's model.
Yeah.
I did a concept sketch for that originally, so I'm mostly here to back Lee up and help out. He's going to be doing most of the talking. And then we've got this model here, which is designed by Petros, one of our other designers that's not here today.
What are the names of the models?
Kai Stormrider.
Kai's
Max Stormrider.
Yes.
Of course.
And this is Saints Ultra Combining Neck.
Oh my goodness. With Ryu on the back. Oh.
Do you want to give some context?
I would love to hear it.
Yeah, so in the show, it picks up sort of where the second season left off, where the Forbidden Five are at large, and they start their hunt for the prismatic blades, which are these opalescent katanas that are kind of the collectible for this wave. And they go to a town full of people that are called the Draconians. So these are the Draconians. And they have 4 new elements. They have a new helmet, a new shoulder piece, a new little dragon bitty on the back that can pop out and become its own little critter.
Oh, wow.
And it has a new wing mold as well.
Oh my goodness, that is so cool. What's the story behind the Dragonians? Are they, I guess, the villain faction?
It's,
or
you're actually one of the people that care about that. It's,
yes.
It's a first realm people.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So they're from the first realm.
Yeah.
Where were they during season 9? I guess
I
maybe that's too much. From the first realm. Oh, and Noct is a minifigure as well.
Yes.
Yeah, Noct is the first one of the 25
And he's the elemental master of brute force.
Of brute force.
Yeah.
You hear it from here first.
Interesting. What does that mean?
Ask dog.
So what was the, I guess, decision? Oh.
Yeah, Pixel's back.
Pixel's back.
And that's a new face.
A new face and a new torso as well. And I think new legs as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So does Pixel have a spot on the neck?
Yes.
Yes.
So Pixel sits here.
Oh, nice. Is that Zane as a brick-built character?
Correct.
Right. So even though the set's name is called Saints Ultra Combiner Mech, this is not Saints Ultra Combiner Mech
Saints
in the
Ultra
show.
Combiner robot.
This whole thing is Saint. He becomes a giant. So in the show, this is Saint. And Sora sits here. Sora
I
is
realize we haven't shown this in any of the other ones, the fact that the character's actually sitting there.
Oh,
we can show it now.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. What's his face from like?
There was a lot of work put into making sure that the Forbidden Five were characters that we could produce as minifigures and then show them almost 2 years before they came out in the TV show.
And in this set, you also get Cole, who officially isn't part of the combination, but I've made a little spot on the back here. He can actually sit
on right.
So I have like the full team on Saint, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
And just to confuse you a little bit more, when I was designing this, I consider it as Ryu's mech. So you choose your theory to believe
it. Kind of is, you know, like he's driving it.
Saint, whereas Ryu's mech
oh my
is a
gosh.
Saint mech. And before we go into the whole transformation, we can talk a little bit about articulation. Sorry, there's no knees. That was not
hard to do that with a.
standard.
Can we see the combination vehicles when it's like?
Yeah,
yes,
it's just one more thing.
But
okay.
Let's just talk a little bit about. But you can still do like a walking pose fairly easily.
Oh.
It has a moving toe similar to the.
Okay.
And if
Dreams
you
mech
go
that came out this
super
year.
crazy, can actually do the ground punching.
Power pose.
Yes.
Nice.
And because Saints is actually brick built this time, you can turn the pilot's hat.
Yes,
all the
yes,
other
as everyone asks for, yeah.
Yes. And this hat is going to be a decal, so don't worry, it's not stickers.
That's great.
And also exclusive content here.
Oh my.
Because it's not gonna be on the box or in the show.
Oh.
But there's a hidden form for this.
Oh, the
model.
vehicle. Oh, interesting.
Have the battle truck.
Cool.
I love that.
And roll them into battle.
Whoa.
Nice.
And now let's get into the meat and
That's so cool.
take them apart. So
Wow, this is insane. Oh my gosh.
another thing
What did you say?
I took into consideration when designing this is that I want to make sure even if you take Zane off, you still get a Mac. So you know when you
Because
play
it's
around
Ryder's
with
Mac.
it, yeah, when you play around with it,
Yes.
you can be like, he just shoot out meat battle and then he jumps back on Mac, and on the back, Ryu's actually holding the sword.
Oh,
So
nice.
you also get a sword.
Very cool.
And then Ryu can also come off, and you
Yep.
still have a Mac. So you can still play with it. And Ryu is slightly bigger than last time.
Yes.
we did
Mostly
him.
the wings are bigger. We got a new wing
Wow.
element.
And also
Yeah, it's like
get
the
a bit
level
of
up
a
from the existing one.
neck and show accurate tails.
Yeah.
And he also wears a bit of an armor this time, so that when you combine it, it's attached to the armor, not stepping into his belly.
Oh, yeah.
And then the top part of the
Okay.
Mac pops off, and this is the only vehicle that you actually have to take bits and pieces off to rebuild it.
Huh.
This becomes Sora's.
Oh.
That's very cool.
Oh, that
And
works way. I was not imagining it.
this.
Whoa.
Very nice.
And if you recognize it, it's my favorite.
Yep,
canopy
from Monkey
piece
Kid and with
For the third time,
Yeah.
it changed.
the color change to dark blue.
Yes. And last but not
Nice.
least, this is the toughest model to crack out of
Yeah.
the four.
Legs are really hard to disguise.
Pixels car.
Oh.
Unexpected.
And
Oh
you
yeah.
have two cockpits.
Nice.
Whoa.
No evil Woobot. this
Yeah, I
time.
was like that kind of looks like the top of one, but.
Yeah,
The
this-
evil-
And
Wow.
one thing I really want to make sure when designing this is that when they're in the separate form, all the connection points are hidden. When
Yeah.
you look at them, if you
Oh my
weren't
gosh.
told that this is a combiner Mac, you probably
wouldn't
think
know.
they're just four separate models.
That is awesome. And that's been one of the things I've been wondering with the combo style. I've loved what's come before, but it is obvious a lot of the time that it is a combo vehicle. So it actually is cool to see these. Like, this looks like just a set. Like, that just looks like a set right there.
I'm
So
really
does
glad to
this.
hear that.
Obviously, this could be a set. This could be like a little. Every single individual component is so good.
And also I try to keep the transforming process as optimized as possible. So my
Yeah.
personal record when I tried in the office is that you can do the whole thing within 50 seconds. You can try to beat that when you get the model.
Oh, this is opalescent. This is satin.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are the prismatic blades. which
What other
are
colors do they come in?
Just this.
Just-
there's
okay.
5 in story that they need to collect
Yep.
to set free someone.
Something.
Oh,
That
interesting.
we'll get to at some point later.
Wow. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. I love these might be some of my favorite villain figures
They're
yet.
very elaborate. It's pretty
Yeah.
rare we do 4 new elements for a single villain faction.
Oh my gosh, and the fire print on the back. Wow.
Yeah, so you
Are
can
these
turn it around.
supposed to be so they're first round people are they supposed to, like are these like living dragons on their backs?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think that's
That's a doc thing.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if they ever make an appearance in the show, the separate creatures.
Oh, interesting.
I can't remember.
Lee has seen all the animatics.
Yes.
I've been on paternity leave, so I've been.
Yes.
I'm just familiar with like early scripts.
And congrats again, by the way. That's really exciting. Wow, this is and they get different faces too.
yeah, there's I think 2 different faces. Yeah, they look a little bit like us.
Yeah.
The
It's
teeth
always
is
a good
mostly
thing.
what makes them more Ninjago-y.
Yeah. That armor is insane. This is like one of my favorite armor pieces already. Oh my goodness.
It's got 2 studs in the back, so you can also just
Yep.
go nuts with it.
Yeah, wow. I like these baby dragon molds too.
Yeah, they're very fun.
It's
The
like
dragons, again, the wing, we're trying to create kind of a consistent aesthetic with our wings on our dragons. So
Yeah.
the new piece as well.
And then this set. Oh yeah,
This will also come in a different color for this wave. So we've got 2
Oh,
colors in this
great.
wave.
Oh my goodness. hopefully they'll come in many more. And materials.
It's a harder plastic than the
plastic
Viking
now?
one.
Yeah.
I think it's the same plastic, just thicker.
Makes sense, because I can feel the texture, but
Yeah.
it is, yeah. And then here we have the Chi Mech Jet?
Storm
that
Rider.
was Storm Rider. Chi Mech Storm Rider.
And it is compatible with the Evo.
Mech,
So you can
Nice.
swap Chimex between the two.
Oh yeah, that is quite, even with the black incorporated in.
Yeah, the connectors on the mech and the vehicle are also the
Yeah.
same.
Oh, that's
This one
really
uses
nice.
the new Stormblade, which is a
Ooh.
brand new construction-esque sword piece.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be really useful.
And we've got that in a bunch of colors coming as well.
Oh, I can't wait.
Bunch? 2 colors, maybe. 3.
What?
How many colors is the Stormblade? 3?
3.
Yeah.
And
Amazing
then,
work.
in case if you're wondering, Sane also comes in minifigure form in other
Good.
sets, so
Okay.
You
Okay.
can
I was wondering. Thank you. That is good. Oh my God, I'm gonna get a photo. Oh. Yeah. So Sora is back to the season 1 suit, or is there a new
It's a season
It's a
1
season
suit,
1,
but
okay.
Yeah.
she gets the new helmet.
helmet? Yeah. Oh my goodness, I wonder what Pixel's been up to. That's
We shall see.
super cool. Should we move on to the next sets?
Yes.
I think that's a good
Thank
idea.
you.
Got a lot around.
Oh, I don't want to, but... Okay, so that was our hands-on look at 2 of the many new January Ninjago sets. Once again, these are not the only ones that are presumably being revealed today, even though I'm recording this video all the way back in September, and have literally no idea what the other sets actually look like. We're going to start off by taking a look at these 2 first, and hopefully by the time this video comes out, maybe the other images of the other sets will be out too, so we'll be getting to those in a little bit. But for one, it's really cool to see the evolution of the splitting vehicle concept. I genuinely believe that that is the best version of the concept they've done. The very first Ninja Ultra Combo Mech was alright, but it definitely wasn't my favorite, and I feel like the standalone vehicles were pretty weak compared to the actual finished model, but that is not the case at all here. The finished models were shockingly good, especially the jet looked really good, almost like it could have been a set by itself. I was genuinely really impressed by the way they were able to utilize different parts to actually make the car feel fully built up, and the fact that you could even just have partially transformed and partially split versions of the model. That was super cool. The minifigures of the Dragonians, while the torso prints and the leg prints are very similar to LEGO Nexo Knights figures, I would say they might even be some of my favorite Ninjago villain designs yet. The way they're designed is so cool. I love how the metallic jaw works as armor, as well as a unique mold for the top of the head, and the baby dragon splitting off the back is just the icing on the cake, and those new pieces for the wings are really cool too. As far as the other set goes, the Kai Ninja Mech Storm Rider set, I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely not as crazy or interesting as what we are seeing here with the splitting combo mech vehicle, but it is still a pretty worthy addition to the Ninjago lineup. However, that's gonna have to be something I have in hand to really judge how I feel about the model. I wasn't the biggest fan of the mech riding another larger vehicle type builds they were doing back in core, but this looks a lot better than these other ones, especially when you compare it to the initial Ninja Mech bike rider, so I'm very, very curious to see how it plays in hand. But with that, we've summed up my early thoughts on these 2 brand new sets, but that's not the entire wave, so let's take a look at the rest. Alright, I'm gonna keep my thoughts on these relatively brief because I have actually already built and filmed all of my reviews for each and every one of the sets, just waiting on LEGO to give the go-ahead to be able to post those, but I do want to briefly showcase some of the other sets in the wave just so you can get a full overview in this video. They are introducing a new type of spinner for this year's LEGO Ninjago set wave, and I have mixed feelings on it. For one, it is really cool to have a spinner battle type of setup where there are actual pieces attached to the spinner that are purposefully meant to break off during play, and also it's really cool to be able to actually go head to head. A lot of the previous gimmicks have been focused on making your minifigures fly or making your minifigures look cool while spinning around, but really less so on battle, and this really brings the emphasis back on head-to-head combat, which is really cool and something that of course the original spinners were tied back to. I do actually have a lot of footage from fan media days in Denmark of us playing with these, but I'm not 100% sure exactly when I'm allowed to post that footage, and again, I just haven't heard back from LEGO about that, so I'm gonna play it safe. I don't want to get in trouble by accident or release something that I am not supposed to release, so I'm just gonna be showing the images that are now available online here, but stay tuned because there's gonna be a lot more content coming out about how these actually play in hand coming very soon. There are 3 sets in total, one for Kai, one for Sora, and then a battle pack or team up pack between Aaron and Roz. The Aaron and Roz set here, you can see, also has a temple, which is basically meant for you to be able to collapse it and claim a golden spinner crown on the sides, kind of similar to some of the gimmicks that we would have gotten back in the day for other Ninjago items, especially the original spinners. During my interview with the set designers, they said that unfortunately, spinners these days are not allowed to have studs on them because that would be too dangerous for kids to be able to build something spiky on the side of it, which is a little bit sad, which is why those have basically no stud connections. Moving on from these though, and working our way over to the mainline sets, we have 30699, which is the mini ninja combo mech. This is basically a miniaturized version of the Zane mech, which is the largest out of the wave, which we just looked at, and I think it's really cool how you can actually rebuild it into the 4 separate vehicles. We have Roz and Aaron's Super Stormjet for $50, and after having built this one in hand, I am really excited about this set. It is really fun to play with, the angles and shaping are super cool, and the color scheme is really slick as well. Although I'm not 100% convinced of the robotic Roz dragon on the top. I don't really know, that one's just not necessarily doing it for me, but the jet by itself is really cool, and I love how it has a separatable function for the miniature jet at the front to split off, just like a lot of the older LEGO items. We have a $10 Zane's Battlesuit mech set, which comes with a member of the Forbidden Five, Drix, the Elemental Master of Swarm, which is a really interesting power. Personally, I'm a little bit iffy on the mech itself. I'm not a really big fan of the way that the actual building techniques were done to just have a very flat front, and it looks good at some angles. I do like some of the building choices, like the transparent blue elements, but overall, this is absolutely a minifigure pack. It comes with an exclusive shirtless version of Zane, which is really interesting. I have to imagine that maybe this is part of the storyline where he could get battle damaged and then have to rebuild himself or fuse with his mech, but overall, for $10, having 3 minifigures, 2 of which are exclusive, is pretty good. The $20 set here is Lloyd's Green Forest Dragon. This is introducing those newer large style of wings, which we saw earlier in the hands-on part of the video, but this time it is for a smaller build for the Forest Dragon. We get a recolored baby dragon, which is super cute, and Lloyd in a really strange suit that kind of is a combination between his Season 1 Dragon's Rising suit and the other suits that we've gotten in the past. Not really sure how I feel about that one, but overall the Forest Dragon is a pretty solid set, and it has a really nice color scheme as well. Transitioning from dark blue to the brighter green to dark green is a really solid look. Moving on from that, we have another Lloyd focus set, which is Lloyd's Pullback Race Car 71828. This is utilizing the LEGO Technic pullback motor system, which is very interesting for them to actually implement into a set like this. It's fairly bare bones as a vehicle, and for $30, I definitely feel like maybe this should be like 25 or even 20, but it is still interesting to get a brand new gimmick that we've never seen before in a Ninjago set, and I'm definitely really curious to see what people think of this set. It's kind of a hodgepodge of different components, especially a lot of the large style blade elements that we've seen over the past 2 years, and certainly one of the most unique LEGO Ninjago sets of all time. Although, I will say that color scheme is really slick. Next up we have the Ninja Spinjitzu Temple. This is a 4+ set, and it actually looks really nice for a 4+ set. It's really nicely put together, the color scheme is really solid, the white and red and dark green ties back to the Ninjago core color scheme, and obviously we're not expecting this one to be canon to the show because it does feature Baby Dragon Ryu, as well as just kind of a generic LEGO Ninjago temple versus something that would be specific to the show, but I still think it looks pretty good. For $40, that price is pretty high for what you're paying for, but again, this is Junior's 4+ after all, so prices are all out of whack. Stay tuned because this about sums up our early look at the brand new LEGO Ninjago sets, and again, I do have reviews literally ready to go, just waiting for LEGO to say the word, so cannot wait to publish those. Let me know down in the comments which sets do you want to see reviewed first, because I have them all good to go. I have a mega review as well as a look at all of the minifigures, and even a spinner battle featuring someone else in the Ninjago community. Speculation can begin now as to who that might be. That's all for this video. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and and be sure to like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon. Bye for now.